So this is the Zoom H6. It's a portable recorder. It runs on battery. It's about 20 hours of battery life. And what you see here is it's got a display here. You can see some record buttons, some dials and knobs, and this is an XY microphone with its separate gain setting for it. Down here you can see the other channels where you can line in total 6 channels. And here's where you select them, which one you want to record in your mix. And it also has a display here as well. And yeah, it's quite a tough little machine, and it feels like it's quality built. So we turn this guy on here and just look at it, and it says the Zoom H6, and you can see the display here. And it's a color display, and there's loads of menus and stuff, and yeah, you can do a lot with this. And yeah, and you can see that the channels that are currently active lights up here, and this is where you can choose to if we look a bit closer here, where you can choose to mix down and set levels and settings for stuff. So yeah, so far I'm very happy with this little machine. So here you can see the some inputs, standard XLR inputs, where you can either plug in microphones or an instrument like a guitar, and you can set the gain for each of the channel, etc., and to make it fit your needs. So I just wanted to mention that this it comes with a couple of accessories when you buy it. This is a mid-side microphone which catches sound in a more omnipresent way. And here we have an XY microphone which catches the sound in stereo than in what's in front of it, and you can use it in 100 or 90 degree setup to catch an even wider stereo field. And just to show you how easy it is to kind of snap them off and make them interchangeable, so it's a modular system where you can fit one or the other depending on your recording needs. So you just put that one there, and every microphone has its own separate gain control. That's very nice. And you can also buy other accessories. One is a thing like this that makes it 2 separate channels instead of an XY microphone. So that way you can record 6 channels at once. Yeah, so this is the ideal studio setup we have here, right? What you don't see is that I have kind of a small chair here with some newspapers on it, and then I have some kind of upside down turned bowl where I put the Zoom to get it close to me while I record this. But at least you have a nice kind of a winter view outside in Sweden, so that's nice. Well, let's talk a little bit about why I do these kind of setups that I do. I see a lot of people making videos where they do a video and record the audio separately, and then they have to sync it, right? And I haven't even tried it. Many people say it's easy, but I'm lazy, right? So I wanted it to work. And also I wanted to be able to record more than one channel or one sound source at the same time. So I wanted to, have 2 microphones. And that's why I got this the Zoom. I did a lot of research on the internet, and people really recommend this one or the H5, depending on your needs, how many channels you want. The price isn't that big of a difference, so 6 is greater than 5, I guess. So that's why I chose this one, and I'm not disappointed yet. Well, yeah, and what you see me do in the other videos is that I want to capture the sound of my acoustic guitar, because an acoustic guitar it has the tone or the sound that it has when you hear someone play, when you're sitting next to them. That's kind of the best the instrument can produce. And if you there's different, there are different use cases for recording, right? But I'm kind of gone from recording a pure DI signal from my parlor that I have, and doing loads of stuff with that digitally to make it sound better to my ears, but it's subjective. But since I got the Trans Acoustic, the Yamaha, it's just such a joy to play, and I wanted to try and capture how it actually sounds. If you were sitting next to me what would it sound like? So I needed some way to kind of try and do that. And also what I'm showing in the other videos where I have kind of this effect box next to me and I line that in here, it's just that an excellent way to kind of get a better sound is to record with microphones, the acoustic instrument that you have, but also blend a little bit of the DI signal or the signal that comes out from it into the recording. There's different tones, and I mean some pickups sound really nice, and there are no right or wrongs when it comes to recording. It's just the way I do it, and I think it sounds good. So I just wanted to share that in the other videos that I've done. Yeah, but a little bit about right now. So what have I done now? What you see here, you can just see the zoom, the little thing here. There's a cable running from it to my iPhone, which sits where you are looking from, on a chair actually. Perfect studio conditions. And what I've done is I've told the Zoom to act as a USB audio interface. So now the iPhone, just as if you had what are they called? Helix line 6 or any of these guitar interfaces, right? That you can plug into an iPad or an iPhone. This acts like one of these. It's exactly the same thing. The difference is that this guy can produce not one channel, which is the usual what the guitar interface produces into your phone. So you can record one channel, a mono source. From this device, there's actually 6 channels. So I can do multi-track recording, meaning I can in like Auria or in any other DAW app that is on the App Store. I can actually record these 6 separate channels at once instead of mixing it down to stereo. But right now, I've just set it as a USB audio interface, stereo. I'm recording in 24-bit, I think, and that's it. That's what I've told it. And then I just open the camera app and press record, which means I do not have to sync any sound or anything. It will just automatically work. And I'm not that fussy. If the levels are too low when I listen to this later, I will probably normalize it using a video app or something. But I'm not doing anything more to the sound. So what you hear now is how it sounds in here, and you can hear some hissing, and you can hear some kind of static. It's my cable TV box over there is making a humming sound. I can hear that my fridge is doing stuff. Yeah, there are some other electronic noise. Sometimes you can hear water flowing through the pipes when I speak now, and you can also hear people. There's some construction going on outside, so you can hear that as well. But I guess that's a part of this thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to make it as pure as possible. I want to, but I'm trying to make it as pure as possible in the environment I'm in. If this would be a perfectly isolated studio, you would have this beautiful, as it sounds on a record or something. So every recording is a product of where you do it, right? Yeah. So we'll have to live with that while trying this out. But yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up my Yamaha or my guitar. I'm going to just play something. We'll switch microphones from the this XY setup and do some mid-side recording. One thing I have noticed, or I think I've noticed, I don't really know, it could be that this microphone, the mid-side microphone, is a bit more sensitive than the XY, because these are directional microphones, right? This is the mid-side microphone is capturing a stereo field which is omnipresent, right? So there's a little more hiss. I feel that there's a little more noise in that microphone, but that could be the room. It could be that the microphone is more sensitive and it's actually picking up more of what we hear right now in the background. So we'll see. I'll go pick up my guitar and let's see. All right, let's see how it sounds here. I'm gonna move a little bit closer because the levels tend to be a little lower, and let's try and see if we can get some kind of perception about this Trans Acoustic thing that I'm on about. It is hard to record this because the thing with this guitar is that inside it there is this little metal thing which listens to what the pickup picks up, the sound, the pickup that it gets, and then what it does is it vibrates inside the box, so it can produce chorus-like effect and a delay effect, or a reverb, so a reverb effect, not a delay effect. That is purely analog. I mean, there's no speaker in here. There's nothing. It's vibrating the sound box and producing those sounds. So I'll just noodle some, and then we'll turn it on, right? So you can hear that there's a difference. Let's go for what I've been doing lately since I broke my arm. I've been practicing this hand. So I've been doing this classical thing that I recorded for you before, and I've been working on kind of a Travis Picking or Chet Atkins version of it. So let's do some of that. So now, let's go full auto, or as they say on the internet. I'm going to turn it on now, so just remember this. I'm going to turn it on with maximum chorus and the whole type of reverb effect. And there is nothing involved here, it's just the guitar. So you can clearly hear that. Let's take the chorus off. Now we're just having the delay effect. Let's take that off. Nothing here now. And let's do some chorus and just more of a room type reverb effect. This is what I'm working on now with this hand. So what you can hear now is me inside recording. It captures a wider stereo field. You can see me walking in here, and you will see that you can hear much more clearly, and you could also hear more of a hiss, right? So I'm just gonna double check the levels. No, they're cool. It's about the same gain setting as it was on the XY, but this is the difference between mid-side recording and XY recording. So if you can, it's much easier to kind of place a sound within a room if you use XY recording. That's why it's mostly used for ambience or places where you want to capture the atmosphere. In a hissing room where you have pipes going, electronics buzzing, usually this is not the best setup, right? So I have to try this outside actually to see if this hiss will still be there. So let's do it again. This is the Yamaha Trans Acoustic, just off. That went better. I guess you should warm up sometimes, right? So let's go full auto, or pedal to the metal. Chorus max, delay, reverb type, whole type max. Now let's improvise something. Whoa. Well, at least I did improvise something using some stuff I played with before, but I have never played that before. So that was pure from my heart, which was not that good. But anyway, so that was the mid-side recording. Thanks.